Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
the podcast. Hello.
Hi.
So welcome to the June 3rd through 8th weekly recap of General Hospital. Do I really have to say what the recap is every single
I
week?
think everyone could have seen by now we're talking about General Hospital.
Maybe just a bit.
Maybe they're tuning in for the weekly recap of our interesting lives.
Yes. So what was your interesting life this week?
Madeline, my youngest, was done with kindergarten, so they did the kindergarten presentation,
Aww.
and mom and dad could come. My ex actually showed up, which is
Nice.
gold star for him.
Meanwhile,
And-
you deserve a gold star too.
Well, I mean, I'm always there, so.
But you deserve two then.
I did think it was funny that he needed, we had talked about the schools having security.
Mm-hmm.
He needed to show his license and get scanned in because
See?
he had not been there all year. And of course, they're like, here's your sticker, bye. And I was like, thanks.
They're
Thanks.
ready to laminate yours.
Exactly. I'm there whenever they need me. But yeah, just the year in review, and they sang this little goodbye song, and I may have teared up a little because she's my last baby, and it makes me really sad that she's going to be in first grade. But she loved it. She had fun. She's excited.
That's awesome.
To be done.
Did they actually dress them in a little cap and gown and
they
everything?
Didn't. They
Good.
did not
I'm
call
sorry.
it a graduation. It's
no,
not
we
graduating.
cannot graduate these kids 5 times.
Right.
I'm sorry. It's high school is the first one.
Yes.
High school is your first cap and gown.
Right. Well, it was cute for preschool. They did cap and gown for preschool, and it was cute. So I won't take that away from them. But you're right. High school is the first.
We can't be doing kindergarten and 5th grade and 8th grade and.
I don't even know how many they do now that they've reconfigured the schools. Are they going to do
I'm not just talking about us, but I see
all
all over
them.
Facebook, and it's I'm like, no.
Just even call it a moving up ceremony, moving on ceremony. But graduation, no, this was not a graduation. Even in the paperwork, it was just end of the year celebration or whatever. So how about you? What was your exciting?
Well, so we went to my daughter's first, so she didn't graduate, but the first graduation at her school was on Tuesday. So that was a hot mess moment for me because she'll be there in 3 years, hopefully. And I know we've talked about it before, but my daughter's autistic and she goes to a private school. And so they are 52 years old, but because of licensing, they haven't always had a high school program. So a couple years ago, they decided to close one program they had. They were basically doing a training program in another school district and teaching those teachers to teach the way that they do.
Okay.
And slowly enrollment went down. So they were effective.
Mm-hmm.
So there was 5 kids enrolled in the program.
Nice.
And they're like, okay, this is not worth us keeping those resources out there.
Right.
Let's open up the high school program and keep the kids instead of having to move them to a new school and for 8th grade. And up, which is a huge jump at a very pivotal time in their lives and everything. So they had 2 girls officially graduate, and it was just one's going to go to college.
Wow.
And I've learned a lot in the past couple days about different college programs that do accommodate autistic adults, and because colleges have to accommodate learning disabilities, there are different things whenever it comes to social and behavioral too. That it's not just I need accommodations. I need to be able to have my notebook for me to be able to pass this test. There's a lot more. There's a lot more to do it, and she's gonna do it. So
that's so awesome.
And now my daughter's asking me where she's going to college. So now we have to figure this out. It's
a good shock, but that's a shock.
It's a very good shock because I still have, we have 2 years left of our next kids, and
I still don't know where that one's going to college, so I wouldn't be ready for the next one.
We're working on that this summer because
I'll send mine over here. You can have a joint course of let's select our colleges.
No. Well, I'm making him take a hard look at the career field that he wants to be in, what the job expectancy is, what does he have to, and he basically does know because
he's way more focused than mine is. Yeah.
Not really, but I'm not saying that he's not, but he's very driven for what he wants to do. But
he just doesn't know all the extra. He knows that's what he wants to do, but he doesn't know how to get there, what the salary would be, how long it takes you to get to the peak salary, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
But again, he's 17, so that's expected.
Yeah. I don't know. I had my life figured out. Mm-hmm.
We've already discussed that you're crazy.
Yes, I know.
I've said it on and off of here.
But I do try to not put my expectations on, like the way that I was. Because I even told him the other day, I said, I'm really, like, he's just done with high school. He's just like, I hate the drama. I hate this, that, and the other thing. I was like, dude, seriously, I don't blame you. I said, because I was hyper-focused on, I don't fit in. I am not dating someone. I said, I put my identity in all those things. I said,
and that's what you do in high school.
But he doesn't. And I said, I am just so impressed and in awe of you for being comfortable with who you are at such a young age. And sometimes it's difficult for me to realize, yeah, I was doing those things, but guess what? It wasn't right for me to be doing those things. So so that actually was a really good conversation that he and I had this week too. So
you just had different strengths at that age.
Exactly. Yes. And, and he does too, but it's interesting to see. Yeah, he's such an introvert too. And then we had the autism walk this morning, and I've gotten plants that I can plant in my garden, and I cleaned out my closet. So
you were so motivated this weekend.
I was very motivated.
I enjoyed the kids being away. I had another date. Nice.
Yay!
Yes.
You went to a concert, right?
Yes, the Richard Marx concert, which I knew who Richard Marx was, but I didn't know that he songwrites for like so many people. And so he sang some of the songs, Keith Urban and I can't remember the other one, but anyway, he sang a couple of the songs that he has written for them, and I was like, oh, it's my favorite songs. Like, oh, so good.
Well, that's Neil Diamond does a lot of writing, and so did Prince. Like both of them write and wrote a ton of songs.
Yeah.
You didn't know it. Like Prince wrote Nothing Compares to You by Sinead O'Connor.
Oh, wow. No, I did not know that. See, yeah, this was nice. It was at one of the local casinos, and so it was just like a little tent that they put up. So you were like real close, and there wasn't a ton of people, and it wasn't a bunch of trouble to get in and out and whatever. And it just felt like very intimate. Like
for you young kids at home, Richard Marx was a singer in the 90s. Late 80s, early 90s?
Yeah.
And it's like M-A-R-X.
He was like
right?
my M-A-R-C. M-A-R-X. I don't know.
I thought it was M-A-R-X.
I know that. Yeah, it is X. I knew that. I've been looking it up all week. I was studying for this because I didn't know a bunch of the songs. So whenever this guy was like, that's where we're going to go, I was like, I should probably know a song before I go to that concert. But then once I heard the songs, I was like, oh, I know that song. He was talking about one of his first songs, though, and he was like, 1987, 89, blah, and I was like, yeah, I was 7 or 9 years old, so don't know. Luke Bryan, like, he did a bunch for Luke Bryan.
So he does a lot of country?
Bryan. Yeah.
Because he's definitely who you listen to at the dentist. I mean, he's dentist music.
He made a joke that he had a song come out a couple years ago, and they played it on the radio, and he was sandwiched between Lady Gaga and Rihanna, and he was like, I was so excited because normally they say, and that was Richard Marx, and next is Bette Midler's Wind Beneath My Wings.
Right.
And he did like that sexy, like, low voice that they do on the radio.
I mean, you expect to hear him on Delilah, really not on
exactly
your
on
local top 40 station.
Right.
Yeah. So
yeah,
that's cool.
It was neat. It was interesting. Took me out of my comfort zone, but I was happy that I was there.
Good. Tomorrow we are done with school.
Oh.
Yay! Yay! So my daughter was done on Friday too, but our older kids are done tomorrow.
I won't be yaying in like 3 weeks when they're whining that they're bored. I'll be like, when does school start again? When does school start again?
That's why you find stuff for them to do. Send them away to camp. To camp.
Make sure you finish that sentence. Just send them away.
All right, so let's get to talking about this week.
Alrighty.
All right.
Start with your Monday. What was your whatever?
So why did it take so long for Alexis to Google Neil? Like when I'm starting to see a new therapist, I Google them before I even call.
I knew you were going to say that.
Because I was like, how have we not Googled him yet?
Yeah.
But then it said the book was dedicated to my wife and daughter. I am standing by Willow being his daughter.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Mm-hmm. I can't wait for that to come out though. Like,
I know.
I feel like I'm ready. I'm ready for that to be revealed.
What else? I did like when Alexis said, what did he say? She said something about Valentin, that he has the Cassadine smarts, but not the Cassadine crazy, or something like that. I thought that was funny.
I feel like that could apply to a lot of people that we know.
Well, yes.
That might become one of my new taglines. And nothing else like jumped out at me Monday.
Mm-mm. Monday was the only day that I wrote down a title for, so the rest is kind of just all scrambled.
Monday I didn't bother writing anything.
I was going to say, we don't need to do day by day, because we wind up going back to it anyway.
Right. Tuesday was centered around Stella getting the kidney from Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I liked,
she was tough.
that side of her. She was like, I'm going to handle this.
Yeah.
And she went in there and gave it to him.
She did a good job.
So
She did.
yeah. And TJ was sweet, like trying, like.
I have a conversation. Do we just want to address TJ right now?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You finish your he was sweet.
I thought that particular part was sweet. I was mad, and they did finally on Friday say Molly gives her regards or whatever. But all week I was like, where is Molly at? Wouldn't you be there whenever your boyfriend of I don't even know how many years,
right,
mom is getting major surgery or could be dying? Like, I feel like there's nothing else that you're doing.
I just have an issue with they're making him seem like he is the smartest person in that hospital. Like he's double checking how's she doing with the antibodies or antibiotics, and Finn's like, oh, I'm monitoring that, and TJ like gives him the approval nod.
Yes,
like, see, I know what I'm talking about.
Yes,
and he's just like spouting off all this medical jargon, and everyone's like, I am so impressed, and he's like, Curtis, I have been in my medical career long enough to understand blah 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 blah, and then he explains to him what a DNR is. It doesn't mean that they're not gonna, and I'm like,
oh my god,
I'm pretty certain that everyone knows what
a DNR is. Yeah,
but just I don't like. And then when Stella said you had to be both grown up and doctor, he wasn't her doctor.
No.
And even he did not have to be his doctor.
Elizabeth was like, "Oh, you have such a good bedside manner with explaining things, blah blah blah." And I was like,
right,
really? Because I feel like he's just
we killed Kiki, and now suddenly TJ's like.
Right. No.
I'm sorry. I don't like this TJ. He has not grown on me one bit. Jordan's grown on me. I like her now.
Yeah, I'm okay.
She was
with
a transition.
Jordan. Yeah.
But I like
Jordan.
her.
I don't like TJ, but I feel like again it's with their lines. Like now the storyline is always him in the hospital, something medical. Like
right.
Him and Molly used to go out and do stuff and like
right.
we're active in the community.
Yeah.
And just like we're normal kids. I know they're both in college, but they can't seriously both be studying 24/7 all the time, that you don't see them doing anything outside of that. Maybe this summer. Like maybe it'll be more relaxed this summer and you'll see them like,
I don't know. He's
fireworks and all that kind of stuff.
Hyped up for that Snow Owls documentary.
I wonder where did that come from? I have never heard that before. So why did they bring it in now?
I don't know.
Did we miss something?
No.
Are you sure?
If we're both lost, then we're good.
Yeah, because when they said that, I was like, what?
What just happened here?
Any geeky movie, like, okay, if they're trying to, like, show a mother-son bond or whatever, but Snow Owls...
It's not like they have a Snow Owl past where you hear about their love of snow owls or even birds.
Or if it was something like they're talking about taking the ashes to Kilimanjaro, like, Oscar talked about that kind of stuff forever.
Right.
I've never heard TJ say anything about a snow owl.
It's not like he has a tattoo of a snow owl.
Right. Or if Michael would have grown up and been like, oh, I need to see all the stuff that Jason read to him about. Okay, that makes sense.
Right.
But, she has a face. Go ahead.
Why have Jason and Michael never gone to Africa together?
I don't know.
Come on. That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. Maybe they can do that next year.
Maybe that's why they brought the monkey in a couple of years ago. They were trying to make it come real, and it was just horrible.
Everyone shot that down, so now we're not going to Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it would make sense then. But the snow owl, I've never heard anything about, so it was just, that was really random.
Okay, do we want to talk about Kilimanjaro first or Ryan? Because I really don't feel like there was very much else going on.
Kilimanjaro, because Ryan was like the dun-dun-dun on the end.
Okay.
So, go ahead.
We're going to Mount Kilimanjaro!
We are. I did not think that they were going to show us that.
Yep. Because I thought I saw a spoiler that they were actually off the show for a while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
I'm glad your spoiler
you could have been wrong.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like spoilers.
I do not like spoilers.
I like to guess and then be right.
Yeah. Oh, it's so much more fun. And we are right about a lot of stuff.
We are.
We're so
good. writers.
you
should consult with us about this stuff.
They're like, we don't need to consult with you because we're on the same storyline. We don't need your help.
No, but we know continuity way better than you do.
Oh, no. Wait.
Okay.
Before you get into that.
Okay.
Before you get into that, how about Lulu crying about her storyline again? She was like, I guess that does tie into Ryan because they were like, should we do Ryan as a storyline even though we don't want to give him that publicity, blah, blah, blah. And then she was like, yes, let me work on that again because I don't want to do this dating thing. It's not exciting enough. And Maxie was like over it. She was like, you should be lucky that you have any kind of writing job. I really do hope that they have Molly come in and take her down. I really hope they do.
Sorry, Lulu.
So anyway, that was
or at least make her better.
Maybe she could write some pieces on like mental health and where to get help from.
Oh, do we want to talk about mental health? Because I had a whole thing about that too.
Other than going to
flipping the page to Friday.
Flip the page.
When Laura and Kevin were talking about the fact, because when she started doing the whole hundreds of people have the same type of upbringing and they don't, that is shaming.
Yeah.
No, maybe we should say this is why we need to treat mental health. Period. End of sentence. Because yes, a lot of people go through the same exact experiences, but guess what? Everybody deals with things differently. And Ryan obviously was having these things going on.
Somebody should have helped him before he got to serial killer mode.
Right. You know, and he shouldn't feel, a lot of people don't go get treatment because of the stigma. And then this stuff happens. And I'm not saying that there is not evil, and I'm not saying that people
it's not an excuse. Your diagnosis.
She did say like it's a reason, but it's not an excuse. Yes. I did like that.
Right.
But she totally could have taken it one step further and said, this is why I'm so adamant about advocating for mental health, because maybe if we start treating people when they need it, you know, because by the time they're showing symptoms too, they could be well past. I'm reading the book Brain on Fire right now. It's really good. I'm almost done. Okay. It's also a movie on Netflix if you don't want to read, but I refused to watch it until I finished the book. But this woman's actually a journalist, like for the New York Post.
For real? Like she went to school?
For real. She went to school for it.
Go ahead.
For the New York Post. And she entered into a month of madness. And the doctors thought she was making it up at first. They were like, you're just stressed out. She was in her 20s. So obviously she was partying too hard and not sleeping and resting enough.
Oh, okay.
And so they kept brushing her off. And now I'm to the part where she's finally starting to be taken seriously with, okay, you're not crazy. There is something going on with you. Like she was seizing.
Oh, wow.
And she actually lucked out and wound up having a seizure in the hospital. And that's what it took, even though her mom, boyfriend, and dad were all like, listen, she is going crazy. Like she was flipping out on people. And that's not what she did. Mm-hmm. But the thing is that she even says, looking back, there were little things I was doing that
should have shown.
So by the time someone shows that level, things have been going on for quite some time, you know? So I just feel like there was a really big, especially where Laura has talked so much about advocating for mental health.
Mm-hmm. She needed to word it better.
One sentence could have totally not made me write a paragraph about it. So,
all right, now back to Kilimanjaro. Go ahead. So, yeah, I think they're going to hook up.
I don't know. I think I don't like how much coffee Kim's drinking. I feel like as a physician, she would definitely know that she cannot climb that mountain dehydrated.
She needs to keep her awake because she can't sleep.
I understand.
She can't let herself sleep.
I understand that. But she knows how dangerous it's going to be to climb a mountain dehydrated and that caffeinated at danger. Right. So that's where she's not even trying to rest. She's trying to stay awake.
Yes.
So that's where, so I got some fun facts based on our last week's conversation because I'm a nerd.
Yeah, you are. Go ahead.
It takes 5 to 9 days to do the climb to Kilimanjaro, like up Mt Kilimanjaro.
Okay.
You hike 5 to 7 hours each day. It is 5,895 meters. But because we're in the United States and don't use the metric system like the rest of the world, that is 19,341 feet, which is 37 miles.
That sounds great. Let's sign up for that.
Yep. It costs between $1,000 to $4,000. About 1,000 people are evacuated each year. At least 10 deaths are reported a year, but the actual is expected to be higher.
I would be one of those.
Uh-huh. And you need to get acclimated to the elevation, which is what I'm saying about the coffee thing.
Oh, okay.
Because when I went to Salt Lake City, I drink a lot of water to begin with, but I drank even more because that's what they said, and I still got sick. There was no way I was drinking coffee on top of, for lack of a better term, and no pun intended, you're kind of high. Okay. You know, like you definitely get very lightheaded and loopy and, you know, you get sick. It's called altitude sickness for a reason, you know.
Got it. So that's why they're taking breaks, I'm assuming?
Yes. So that's why it would take so long, and that we were not completely crazy for thinking that it would take at least 2 weeks for them.
You were crazy because originally you were saying a month, and no. But 2 weeks sounds
But in general hospital time, it could be a month.
No.
I don't know. But that's all that I had to say. I'm interested to see. I'm still upset that they did not give anything to Joss.
I am too. But she got a new surfboard this week, so I didn't understand.
And now I'm with you on the fact that Jax is just coming in. Because Carly walks in. Not that you were wrong last week.
But you.
But no one was even in the living room.
She walked out of the kitchen and he's just standing there with a surfboard.
Hey.
And she's like, oh, you're here with a present. Well,
Right.
please stop walking into my house without at least knocking first.
Right. I
Thanks
don't
for
know.
the present, but you don't live here. And I like that they get along because that is best for the kids.
Mhm.
But there's still a little something extra there. And it always
weird.
just makes me wonder, like,
Yeah.
if I was the other spouse, I would feel uncomfortable.
Might explain why Sonny hates him so much. And I love that he and Valentine might be hooking up to take Jax down.
Yes.
I thought that was really cool because Valentine's just like, all right, we don't like each other, but guess what? We also both don't like Jax. I am interested to see what happens there. I did like that it seemed like Sonny and Carly had a lot of compassion for Ava.
Yes.
I really liked it. And they gave her the drawing.
Yes.
I did like that Carly got the little dig that said, what did she say? It was something about, it really hurts to see the person who killed your child go free.
Yeah.
And I think, not that Ava never got it, but.
Right. It brought it to a new level.
Right. But I really think that there was, I honestly feel like Sonny almost respected her.
Yeah.
You know, like there was.
Right.
There was a change.
They didn't want to say anything that would condone her behavior because obviously you can't tell people good job stabbing other people.
Right.
But like it was all understood I'd like to do.
I wanted to do that to you.
But I can't.
Aren't you thankful that I did not do that to you?
And here's the drawing that our kid made.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I think they got satisfaction out of, they had Avery on Kiki's birthday. And so they could be like, yeah, we celebrated yesterday. So they got their digs in the way that I feel like you would want to.
Uh-huh.
But they still respected what she had done.
Right.
For the emotions behind it.
Why did Kiki get a birthday, but James still hasn't?
You were never going to let it go.
I'm never going to let it go.
Never going to let it go.
This poor baby just wants a birthday. Poor kid. Never getting a birthday. Sorry, James.
Give him a cupcake and a candle, please, so Shannon can stop talking about it.
Don't even give him a candle. He's one.
You still have to make them.
And all over the cake.
No, they get a cupcake.
No, they get a smash cake. Smash cake.
Okay.
They can make a smash cake look like a police badge.
Aww. That would be cute.
CGH writers. That's how you do it.
She just focused on that way too much and is like, now I'm so excited.
I just feel bad for the poor kid. Especially where they mentioned it, though. If they had just not even mentioned it, it would be one thing.
I agree with you.
You know,
I agree.
So
they need to give him a badge-shaped smash cake.
Yes. He should be getting his 1-year-old pictures done, his 1-year-old portrait. Do you think that
hire a Crimson photographer to take them?
So, Crimson, what do you think Maxie's ploy is with Ava being on the cover?
I love the idea of Ava being on the cover.
I do too, but I don't understand how she's going to get what she deserves. What does that mean?
I'm assuming that she just means the whole world is going to hate on her, but the whole world's not going to hate on her.
No, she stabbed a serial killer in the back.
Yes.
In vengeance for her.
Exactly.
They're going to love her.
But I think that she's right as far as pulling in readers. Like, I would buy that magazine. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
So, on it.
But I don't think it's going to hurt her. I thought that they were going to recommend Sasha at first.
Ugh, and I would have been like, no. Like, she's beautiful, but no.
Yeah.
And she's going to be too busy in Martha's Vineyard with Michael.
Yeah, doing all those things.
All those things.
Do you think she's going to wind up telling Michael before he finds out? I kind of do.
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Did you see the look on her face when Nina was saying all the crazy things she did?
Yes.
Like, she looked terrified.
Okay, so I loved her line, Nina's line of, I don't want Sasha to know, but I hate Ava more than God hates sin. And I was like, that's so funny. You're so funny.
Yeah.
No, Sasha, I don't think Sasha had any idea. I'm sure Valentine didn't say, hey, do you want to pretend to be this lady's daughter? By the way, she stabbed someone or whatever she did. I can't even remember. Was it stab her and took her baby?
She drugged her, didn't she?
Drugged her and took her baby? Okay. So, yeah, I wouldn't be volunteering to pretend to be somebody's daughter that did that.
But she said Silas.
Yes.
And they haven't mentioned those names in a long time.
Okay.
We cannot lose Finn and have Michael Easton go back to being Silas.
Your husband would be so confused. It would be so funny.
Poor Michael Easton is probably having like the biggest identity crisis. He's like, all right, who am I today?
Just give me the right script and tell me what I'm supposed to say, because I don't even know who I am anymore.
Are we on to Ryan?
I feel like there's nothing else.
Okay.
Do you have anything else? We covered everything I made a note on. So,
the only other thing, and it has to do with the surfboard. Is there surfing in New York? I don't feel like there is. Okay, so we don't know where we're surfing.
They're going to have to take a trip. And how is Jax leaving his new company to go take a trip?
I don't know. He got his budget. So, Job done.
But didn't they just mention some type of vacation?
Maybe.
That Jax was taking them on the boat?
They're going on the yacht for the summer.
Okay.
Or something. I don't know.
There was something. So maybe
you surf off a yacht, though? I feel like you have to have a coast for that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't surf.
Maybe they're taking
I know that surprises you.
I thought you went every weekend. Maybe they're taking the boat somewhere that then they can surf.
Okay.
They're cruising to somewhere that they can surf. Maybe. I don't know. But I was totally with Carly, back to Carly and Jax, talking about surfing. I was totally with her whenever he was like, you never tried surfing because you didn't want to suck at it. And she was like, I can't confirm or deny that.
I did like that.
Carly.
Yes.
That's exactly how I was.
She's like, I didn't want to embarrass myself by falling down.
Yeah, that would totally be
power to you.
Can't do it.
Yep.
So sure you can teach my kid at 5, but my butt is not getting out there.
Yeah. Nina and Valentin are postponing their wedding now because, so wait, the issue comes out in September, so she wants to get married in September. Does she not realize she has to plan the wedding and the issue at the same time?
She'll just hire a wedding planner.
And why push it back if someone else is going to be planning it?
She doesn't need that added stress, Shannon.
But if someone else is planning it, she's not going to have to.
She still has to make decisions.
I don't know. I don't know. That timing doesn't work, though.
No.
I mean, it would go to print in August, so I guess she could plan her wedding in August. I don't know.
You can't plan. I mean, you can. I've planned a wedding in a week, but you can't plan a wedding normally in a month and expect to pull it off.
No.
So.
Nope. All right. So we're on to Kevin.
Go ahead. You're so excited.
Is that it?
Yeah.
No. What do you think?
I want to know how they're gonna explain swapping them out.
Swapping who out?
Swapping Ryan and Kevin. Why do you have this blank stare on your face?
That was Kevin that donated?
Oh, no, Kevin didn't donate. Kevin signed the papers so Ryan would donate.
Are you serious?
Oh, my God.
Did I miss that?
What is wrong with you? You sat there and told me, make sure you watch the end of Friday.
Yeah.
And they said somewhere earlier about Kevin saved the day with a signature. So it's going to be that they switched Kevin and Ryan out, that they drugged. So but
Kevin was standing there while he signed.
I think that they drugged. Remember they drugged him? Franco went in and drugged him.
I don't think it was Franco. Because they showed him with the gloves, and so that just like throws you off. That's what I've been trying to figure out. Who drugged him? I think it was Laura.
I'll see. I would have said TJ. But anyway, so someone drugged him.
Huh.
Although TJ, I don't know that TJ was in on the plan, so maybe not. But that he had all the medical knowledge to know.
He's been spouting it off left and right.
Right.
And he's been getting confirmation from the rest of the medical staff that he's right.
Mm-hmm. So one of those 4, then, I'll go with your theory. One of those 4 drugged him when they took him to
5.
run.
Who's your 4?
Kevin, Laura, Franco, Elizabeth.
And Finn.
Oh, and Finn. Okay, there you go.
I don't think it was him, though, because he was torn between where's the line with the,
and I don't
where's
think it
the
would
gray.
Be Elizabeth. Those 2, I think, would be out.
But I think that he morally questions it in his heart and in his head, but I don't think he would ever do it.
Right. I agree with you. So one of them drugged him. When they took him up to do the scan to make sure that it hadn't screwed him up, then Ryan pretended.
So you don't know for a fact that they switched out?
They didn't say that, but that's what happened.
I don't think so.
Everyone else, please write in and tell me that I'm right. Yes.
You made me just totally think that I totally missed something because I'm like, wait, what are you talking about?
Then that's why
Kevin
they were
was
all
standing there
looking whenever at the very end on Friday when they were all like standing there like sharing.
It's because they're like, who is the one? I thought the glances were okay. Which one of us poisoned him?
No,
which one of us drugged him?
They were all in cahoots together.
I think that they all wanted the same outcome, but somebody did it and none of the rest of them knew.
No, I think you're wrong. We're gonna have to see.
I don't think Kevin's.
I think we're gonna.
But Kevin was standing there while he signed.
Was he?
Yeah.
He came in after, I thought.
But even still.
So they had switched back at some point, like off camera or something. I'm telling you, I think that they were in cahoots. They swapped it out. That it was actually Kevin that signed, and that they were waiting. They were exchanging those looks, waiting for him to wake up and be like, "What the heck?" Because I didn't sign off on this surgery.
That's a really good idea. I hadn't gone there.
That's what I think. Because they said he saved it with a signature. What else did they mean by that?
Just the fact that he finally agreed and
it
signed.
said Kevin saved it with a signature. What did Kevin have to sign? Nothing.
I don't think that's what she said.
I think that's what she said. Okay. We'll see. We'll see who's right.
We're playing this back real quick. I can edit out this silence.
All right. I'll pull up mine and show you how you're wrong.
That's fine. Isn't it crazy how you can mishear things? Okay, so we just both rewatched or re-listened to, because it took a long time to find it. So I just pressed pause. You're not going to know because I edited that part. I now see what you're talking about.
See?
I didn't pick up on that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I did, but I thought it was because they threatened him.
No, I think they switched him out.
We're not going to go back and watch because they were face to face with the fighting and everything. And I thought that's when he signed.
I don't think Kevin was in the room when he signed.
I don't know. That's crazy.
We'll have to go back.
I don't know, but that could be because what Laura said was technically Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
I'm excited for you to be right.
I just think it's funny that I thought we were on the same page
but we're not.
When I got here to record, I had not finished Fridays yet, and so I literally walked in with my phone playing Hulu and was like, "Hold on, okay, there's only 15 minutes left. I'm good." And Shannon was like, "No, you have to watch it." So I thought the reason that you were telling me I had to watch it was because of that whole, we want him to leave before he wakes up and says, "I didn't consent to this." Not that we were on two totally different pages.
I thought it was just
happened.
I thought it was what I said before, was just they were all giving each other knowing looks of, okay, which one of us did it?
Because if they were trying to kill him, so they had to make that split-second decision.
I didn't think they were trying to kill him. I think that they were trying to threaten him with, guess what? We just allowed that to happen to you. And at least scare him enough to where he is vulnerable.
Nope, I think they just wanted him out long enough to swap.
Interesting. I'm so excited to see what happens now. But I did love how they filmed it.
Yes.
Like how they filmed it and how they did the aerial shot at the end. It was so cool.
Yes.
Good job. I think that was the best ending that we've had in a while.
And that was a true Friday ending.
Yes.
Because Friday is supposed to leave you going, I can't wait for Monday. And the past couple months, it's just been like, all right. Oh, is it over? I didn't realize that was the ending. Right. And yes, for Friday, that's the ending.
So during our break, though, we also said that we did not discuss Willow being visited by Harmony.
Right, or the adoption papers.
No.
Being swapped out.
I think that Julianne and Sam did an awesome job.
They did.
They were so cute. I know. I loved Lucas trying to bring Willow into Wiley's life.
Yes.
I loved that. Yes. I thought that was...
But I loved her, too. Like, I wish I could. I want to. You have no idea how much I want to. But we can't. Yeah. We just can't. And so good for her, because I don't think I could be that strong. At that point, after all this, I would be like, yep, give me my baby. When are we going out to dinner? Right. I want to snuggle him.
Right.
So, yeah, that was amazing.
So that's going to be interesting to see.
It is, but it's going to be heartbreaking when it all comes out and that's not even her baby.
I know. And Margot resigned.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I wonder who the new DA is going to be. That's scary.
Maybe it'll be Scotty again.
No,
we're running out of lawyers. Maybe Nora Buchanan.
Oh, that would be good. Things up. But maybe. I don't know if she can leave Landview for that long. Maybe Alexis wants to do it.
I don't know. Hasn't she been DA?
I think Diane should do it. She would be awesome. Oh. That would be a total conflict.
She couldn't do that.
But that would be awesome. I love Diane.
She's on retainer.
I love her.
She's on retainer. She can't.
She couldn't, but it would be really fun if she could, because I love her. Yeah, I wonder who's going to take over.
Yeah, I'm glad that we took that little break to be able to remember that stuff, because I didn't have anything written down about it.
I just kind of hit me, like, I remembered how cute Sam was, and I was like, was that Monday or Friday? I can't remember what day we watched that. And so, yeah, she did a really good job. And that storyline made sense, like the way that it would happen. I like when they follow something that seems a little realistic.
And it's protecting... It's protecting the whole way around. The people who don't need to know. They need to
quit telling people, because then later in the week they told Carly and Sonny, and I was like, "Why are you telling everyone? Right. We were trying to keep this a secret."
Right. I don't know. I mean, Sonny hasn't killed anyone in a long time. Like, he's itching.
Yeah.
So Shiloh's going down.
Tempting him. Yeah. Yeah. He keeps telling Jason, and Jason's like, "No, wait, no, wait."
Was Jason on this week?
He was just in the room when Margot walked in.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Because he was like standing over in the corner, and she was like, "Hi, Jason." Okay.
Like, hi.
Because she was mad that they had her pledge.
Oh yeah.
So how about Melody freaking out whenever Willow said all the pledges are gone?
Right.
I don't like that lady.
No.
It's just a little gross to be that desperate for someone that you also know that your daughter hooked up with. Like, ew. And
well, she essentially pimped him out.
Yeah.
Pimped her out.
Right.
I mean,
that's gross.
Yeah.
If you hook up with my daughter, I don't want to hook up with you. That's gross.
No.
So gross.
No.
So, or the father of my grandchild.
No.
Like, ew.
No. Nope.
So that attraction there is weird. I
Yeah.
hope she stops. I hope she gets it soon. But I did love Chase calling Willow and being like, "It's okay, sweetie.
I know.
You don't have to worry. I arrested him myself." And I was like, "Oh, you need to go to her because she should give you
Yay.
a bunch of kisses."
What did he say? The law's on your side or something like that? I'm like, that was so cheesy. I loved it. You know, he's been like waiting to say that.
Oh,
line or
I'm
something.
sure. I'm sure.
You know,
I loved
so-
it. And he's so cute.
Yes. They're adorable. But yeah, I think that might be.
Yeah, I think we hit our high point with our disagreement on the Ryan stuff. I can't wait to
Yeah.
hear what other people have to say. Please let us know that Amanda's right, that Shannon's wrong.
That's fine. I did not take it from that angle. So I'm really interested to see
We'll see
what happens.
Now I really hope I'm right.
And don't forget to go to Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram and tell us what your favorite dad moment is. We will be.
Yeah, we're closing in.
But
on
you have
that.
to be doing it by like Monday night because
Yeah.
we have to figure out when we're recording that too. So, but try to get it done like as soon as possible. A lot of you have the same opinion. We need a little variety.
Yeah,
So,
come up with something else.
yeah. Not saying that it's not a good one, but a lot of people seem to only remember like the
How
past
about-
3 years.
I was going to say, how about
Let's
a
go back to the
throwback
80s.
one? Somebody give us something
Yeah.
that we really have to think about.
Yes. So,
beyond BJ and Tony.
yes.
Give us something else, and I will be super happy.
Exactly.
It's fun to look back.
All right.
All right, have a good week.
And we'll meet you at the pier.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to subscribe and follow on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or whatever you listen to. Also, please give us a review. This helps us know what you like.
You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And also, we're not perfect, so if there is something that we messed up or something that we missed, or if there's just something that you want to talk about, let us know by emailing us at peer54podcast@gmail.com.